Good evening, NVKBA. How's everyone doing tonight? Y'all go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, or just a check, Roger. We'll go ahead and get started here momentarily with this captain's meeting. Let a few more folks sign in here. What's up, Frank? Bob, how you gentlemen doing? I appreciate everybody's flexibility this week. Normally we do these on Thursdays before the tournament, but I was out of town all week. Just got back today. Didn't have the greatest service either where I was at. We went down to Assateague, Maryland, hung out there for the week. And yeah, the service in our campground was pretty bad. So I figured out we'll just push it till tonight, knock it out short, try to keep it short and sweet, make sure we cover all the basics. But we'll roll this right into tomorrow and have a good day on the water. Hopefully, it's going to be hot. It was hot all week, and now it's going to be hotter. I think right now they're looking at somewhere in the high 90s for tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get to that as we get into the captain's meeting here. But looks like we got almost 20 folks here now, so we'll go ahead and get started. Mike Hosky, good evening. Ben Levine, Justin, what's up, brother? Josh Keith, good evening. Cameron, how y'all doing? What's up, Greg? Mr. Wells, man, we got a stacked group tonight. We got a stacked field tomorrow too, guys. 55, I think, last time I checked. So it's looking really good. Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, below 100 heat index is going to be that's going to be warm. Definitely going to be warm. Find some shade out there for sure. What's up, Corbin? John, good evening. All right. Joel was busy tonight, so he unfortunately won't be able to make it on with me, so I'll be rolling solo. Let's see here. Get my slides up. All right. Let me know if you guys can see that. It's showing up on my end. And yeah, it looks like it's actually working this time. Last couple of times I just had to share my screen, but this time it's looking pretty good. All right, if you're just tuning in, like I said earlier, appreciate everyone's flexibility this week. Like I said, I was out of town this week, so I was just glad to be able to come on here and do this tonight. Had pretty bad service yesterday, so like I said, normally we do these on Thursdays, but go ahead and knock it out tonight. So without further ado, this will serve as your official captain's meeting for the Trail Stop number 4, Battle of Five Lakes number 1. A lot of questions, folks, like, why isn't Mooney on this list, and or why aren't we fishing Honey Run again? And I'm like, guys. Remember, there's 2 Battles of Five Lakes now. So this is just the northern part. And I think we started this last year. But this format did really well, especially the 5 lakes that we have chosen. They seem to do really well last year. There's a few that some folks really know well, and some folks may not know as well. So it kind of gives you the ability to spread out and kind of fish, to your strength a little bit. They're all reservoirs. So they should fish in terms of, the styles of fishing, right? Like these aren't tidal waters, so there's no worry about tides, things like that. They do all fish a little bit different, though, and some of you guys know, the lakes I'm talking about. But all 5 of these lakes hold the potential to win tomorrow. I will put it that way. All 5 of these lakes have, what I would consider Virginia trophy fish. So don't let any of them scare you. They all have the fish that you're looking for. You just got to know how to find them. So, I think it's going to be a good one. I think, like I told some folks, I think any one of these lakes is going to do. Any one of these lakes can win it tomorrow. So don't be afraid. Like I said, if you don't have confidence in your lake, find it, because rest assured, there are good fish in each one. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start off with these slides, get through this captain's meeting. If you guys have questions, you can ask them throughout the the captain's meeting. If not, hold them to the end, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. But yeah, without further ado, let's go to kick this thing off. All right, captain's meeting agenda. These are the topics that we're going to cover tonight. We're looking at, we'll talk registration a little bit, rules overview, pre-fishing deadlines, eligible waters. There's a couple things I want to hit on for that. Most of it's pretty self-explanatory, but there are some, especially when it comes to the res, some areas that I want to talk about for eligible waters. We'll talk safety. We'll talk kind of game day timeline for those folks who may be new and fishing with us. We definitely have some new folks, and we appreciate you guys and gals coming on board and fishing with us. No, it's never too late to join the club. That's why I try to tell folks. Don't feel like, if you may not be in the race for Angler of the Year, but you're definitely coming in at any point in the season. It's better to come in sooner than later. Ask any of the guys that can tell you. And then obviously next year, if you decide to come back, you'll still be in the race for Rookie of the Year because we count Rookie of the Year as your first full season with us. So if you decide to fish maybe one later event this year, one or two, maybe finish the last 3 trail stops out, don't worry, you're still in the running for Rookie of the Year next year since you haven't fished a full trail with us. So for those of you that may have been wondering about that, that's kind of how we do that. All right, move forward. Event registration. Everyone knows we use Fishing Chaos. If you are having any trouble registering, definitely hit me up on email at admin@nvkba.com. And we'll help you get squared away there. Registration cutoff time is not until midnight tonight, so 11:59 is your last chance to sign up for tomorrow. And we'll see at the beginning of the day tomorrow what the final roster looks like, and that'll determine the payout. But as of right now, I think last time I checked, we were at around 55. So I'll go ahead and pull up the payout calculator to see what we're sitting at. Let's see. Well, with big fish being $10, we're looking at $5.50 for big bass right away, plus the $50 kicker from Southland Concrete, the Southland Slaunch. So that's $600 as of right now, just for big fish. 55 first place. We topped the $1,000 mark, so first place would bring home, again, assuming we stay at 55. We'll likely have some more than 55 of anglers registering late tonight, but right now we're sitting at 1,066. Second place is a little over $500. Third place is sitting at $293. Fourth at $146, and fifth at $84. So yeah, really good payouts for tomorrow. Appreciate everyone. Like I said, really bolstering this event, making it a good one. 55 is a solid number. All right. Rules overview. I won't read it all, but just know that we did establish the 2024 NVKBA rules this year, and those are very, very similar to the KBF rules. So don't feel like don't stress about having to learn a whole other rule set. If you know the KBF rules, you know the NVKBA rules. The only major differences with NVKBA rules, and we'll make sure that we announce these before each event, are whether or not different rules are going to be in play for that event specifically. So, obviously the big major changes that everybody is aware of are like the pre-fishing cutoff times and things like that do differ from KBF rules. But other than that, they're very similar, especially when it comes to scoring and things like that, pre-fishing and whatnot. All right, so pre-fishing, it was already over because normally, like I said, I do these on Thursdays, but today is Friday. So pre-fishing ended today at 4 p.m. And then obviously you shouldn't have been using any professional guides. I think it was within 2 weeks of the tournament, 2 or 3 weeks. And then launching early. So what we did for this event, we were restricting launch time to 30 minutes prior to the start of the event. That doesn't mean you can't get in the water. You can definitely get in the water, get out of the way of the boat ramp and things like that. Keep the boat ramps as clear as possible at these reservoirs to get everybody in efficiently. But then go ahead and stage your kayak off to the side, maybe hang out by the boat dock. Just out of the way. You can hang out in your kayak, but you cannot proceed to your fishing spot until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning because lines in will be at 6:30. All right. Eligible waters moving forward. I know we're kind of breezing through this. I don't want to take too much of y'all's time. I know everybody's getting ready, but we'll go ahead and cover this. So obviously the major lakes, the 5 lakes for this event are Burke Lake, Sleater, Occoquan Reservoir, not Occoquan River, Occoquan Reservoir. Okay, Germantown Lake and what did I say? Burke Lake. Where was it here? Anyway, yeah, you know the five. All right, so here's what I wanted to talk about when it came to the Occoquan Reservoir boundary lines. So the western boundary line is basically from Lake Jackson Dam east. So I'm not going to tell you where all the launches are and things like that, but you can use any legal launch that is beyond these or within these boundary lines. I'm just going to put it that way. Your primary three are going to be Bull Run if you have a key, which anybody is able to. If you guys are sharing Bull Run or using Bull Run, I highly suggest you carpool, things like that if possible, because that parking lot will fill up quick. And then you have obviously Fountainhead and the other major one, Lake Ridge, for the res. And then the other launch there, it's a little hard to see to zoom in there, but that's the southern. The one up here on the top right is the south stem of the res. And then you have the dam, obviously, by Who's Run. The launching in Who's Run, I don't believe there are any launches, but you can definitely fish that area. You just can't launch out of that neighborhood launch that's in there that's private. But anything east of that what you call it, the dam there on the res is not eligible. So the ORP launch out Occoquan River or Occoquan Regional Park, that is a tidal area, and that's not in play. So just remember that when it comes to the res boundaries. All right, moving forward into safety, obviously we want to have your PFD and your whistle. It's Coast Guard regulation. It's club rule as well to have that thing on all the time, unless you're removing an article of clothing or you have to use the restroom. If you're competing with a line in the water, you have to have the PFD on. Energy and hydration. This is a big one for tomorrow, especially when we're talking over 100-degree heat index. Make sure you're hydrated. Drink water tonight and through the night. If you have to get up and go to the restroom, so be it, but that's what you want. You want to be hydrated for tomorrow. And keep a nice cooler on you and some cold water. Dehydration is not something that you want to be battling with tomorrow. Now, even though, like I said, it's going to be a warm one. I highly suggest putting on sunscreen. I really am a big fan of these long sleeve fishing shirts, especially these ones with the hoods on. They really help keep your skin safe when you're out there. And, obviously you can fish longer and fish more comfortably. So legs are another big one that a lot of folks forget about. A lot of times I wear these long sleeve shirts, but I still wear shorts. If you're going to have your legs out in that sun, make sure you get some sunscreen because you're going to be hurting if you don't. Visibility, make sure you guys have your flags if you got them. Great. They're not required, but definitely the 360-degree light is. I don't think we're going to have that issue tomorrow at 6 o'clock. I think we'll be good to go for the morning. But if you have a flag, great, especially on the res. The res does have 9.9 motors out there, so, and crew boats, right? So we all know about the crew boats. Make sure you stay out of their way. Common courtesy on the water goes a long way, but the flag definitely helps as well for visibility purposes. Weather considerations, we hit on that a little bit as far as the heat goes. Check in, check out. The feature should be available in the app. If it's not, just shoot me a chat in Fishing Chaos. We have the chat feature now. So if you're having trouble checking in or if the button's not available, just shoot me a chat message in Chaos and say, hey, Mike, I'm good to go. I'm launched, and you'll be good. Help others in need. If you see somebody out there struggling, common sense, help that person. If it is an emergency, especially a medical emergency involving loss of limb, life, or eyesight, call 911. Do not call me. Those are going to be your points of contact for emergencies. But if you have anything other than something life-threatening, if there's a rule violation or whatnot, if you guys have any issues on the water, don't be afraid to hit me up. My number is on the Fishing Chaos app when you open up the homepage for this event. And then, like I said before, you can use the chat feature in the app as well. That goes straight to my phone, and I'll see it while I'm out there. All right, slide 10, game day timeline. Launch etiquette, I kind of hit on that a little bit, but just make sure that you're getting in the water efficiently tomorrow. If you guys have wheels and you see somebody out there struggling who may not have a set of wheels, let them borrow them. Help each other out, getting on the water, getting off the ramp as efficiently as possible. There will likely be other boaters out there. So, we don't want to be clogging up the ramp. I don't want to see or hear about trucks parked on the ramp and unloading kayaks and taking 10, 15 minutes. You should be in and out, have your stuff rigged up and ready to go. And then the launch shouldn't take you more than 2 or 3 minutes. All right, line's wet as at 06:30 until 2:30, 14:30 for my military folks. It's a full 8 hours of fishing. Take your own lunch as you see fit. But like I said before, make sure you're drinking water. Make sure you got energy and some snacks throughout the day. That way you have the energy to fish hard and to fish your best. Species and limits. Well, no, we're out there for the black bass. Mostly will be largemouth for this event. And then we're running a 5-fish limit as usual with 12-inch minimum. And then recovery etiquette, same way talking about launch etiquette. Get your kayak out of the water and help each other as best as possible. That way everybody can make it to the awards on time. I do encourage you all to come to the awards. We're going to be at Great Maine Brewery in Haymarket. I'm going to have a lot of prizes there to be handing out. Most likely we'll be doing a bunch of raffles like we normally do. So yeah, it's going to be a good time. Come on out. I don't know if they're going to have food there though. That's the only kicker this time. I don't know if they're going to have a food truck. If they do, great. If not, we'll make the awards short and sweet, and everybody can meet up at another local venue or whatever if y'all want to get some food in the area. But that's where we're going to be tomorrow for the awards. Probably around 4:30. I'm hoping to get there, and hopefully have the awards done before 5 o'clock. So it'd be a good time to meet up. Good photo ops, and congratulate our winners for tomorrow. All right. I blew through that pretty quickly. Like I said, if you all have questions, please let me know. I'll give you guys a few minutes here. I'm going to go ahead and scroll back up and look at some of the chats. Justin Butler says he's ready to shake and bake. Let's look at AOY standings too. I know we're having some problems trying to get the folks who have fished an event but didn't catch any fish still receive 20 points for that tournament. I know sometimes some of those weren't loading, but I believe Joel had a lot of that squared away now. So we should be up to date. Let me go ahead here and look really quick at series standings. Right now, James Coleman is leading the charge with 572 points. And Josh Reese is close behind him with 564. Third place, William Butler. Fourth, Greg Oakes. Fifth, Lee Richmond. Sixth place, Dustin Good coming in sixth place. He was our AOY a couple of years ago. Corbin Gonzalez. And we got a few prior AOYs. We have James Coleman, who was Rookie of the Year 1 year. We have, obviously, Greg Oakes, Dustin Good. Top 10, and is looking good. Corbin was 7th. Justin Butler sitting in 8th. Dave Thompson sitting in 9th place. And Tim Jennings rounding out 10th place for AOY. So, and it looks like Tim Jennings and Scott Skinner are tied with 474. But I believe Tim had the bigger fish, so that's why he's sitting in 10th place right now. So, got a great race going on right now, guys. And it's all going to change, especially when we drop one event. So, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be awesome. We still have, 4, 5, 6, 7 plus the classic. So we still got a good amount of events to go. But keep an eye on this Lake Anna too. I haven't heard the updated news lately, but I know they had a E. coli breakout, so we're going to keep up on that as we move closer to the classic. Yeah, Shalla's great point. Wetting the boards for the fish because they're going to be hot. Yeah, you don't want to burn your fish tomorrow. What's up, Robert Brown? How you guys doing? Well, guys, we just finished up the captain's meeting. Obviously, you can go back and rewatch this between now and tomorrow. But I don't see any major questions or concerns. Like I said, if you get to it. If they pop in here later, I'll make sure I get to them. If not, if you got a question, just shoot me a message either on Facebook. Easiest way to get a hold of me is through the Fishing Chaos app, or just call me. Not a big deal if you call me. I'll be up for a little while tonight helping Riley get ready for tomorrow. But yeah, without keeping too much more of y'all's time, I appreciate everybody tuning in. See you guys tomorrow, and best of luck to everyone. As always, huge shout out to our sponsors. We couldn't do what we do without them. Speaking of sponsors, I wanted to announce. I'm glad I just thought of that. Um, uh, Bent Rod Fishing. Maybe you all have heard of Bent Rod Fishing, right? We're making some awesome baits. They have decided to not only provide us with the club discount code, but moving forward, they're going to have a prize pack for each event. So huge shout out to Dan and everybody over there at Bent Rod for hooking us up. Looking forward to seeing what they decide to. Actually, sorry, it wasn't a prize pack; it was gift cards. So we're going to do gift cards for every event here moving forward. So huge shout out to them. Obviously, if you guys haven't even if you haven't seen the banner lately, we did add. I know we announced this at the Potomac River tournament, but we also brought on Evolve Fishing. They make some awesome rod sleeves, so I'll have those tomorrow as well. I know somebody's going to go home with one of them tomorrow. Broken Twig Landing Nets is also updated, and we have a discount code from them as well. If you don't have that already, let me know, and I'll probably just end up pushing out another discount code email with all the updated sponsor perks for the club. So if you don't see that soon, just remind me, and I'll make sure I get that out to everybody. That way, everybody has the most updated sponsor discounts for the club. Yeah, that's all I got, guys. Have a great rest of the evening. Get hydrated, get motivated, get out there and catch some fish tomorrow. Out here.